Hey, what's going on, guys? It's the boy Gerald back on the inside with another edition of Men's Fragrance and Fashion Extra. Hope you guys are doing well. I am. Thanks for asking. I'm pumped, ready to go. And we're talking about Mancera, right? The house of Mancera. If you're not familiar with this house at all, you need to look at this video. And if you are, I'd like to know your top 5. So we're talking about my top 5 Mancera fragrances. Out of all the Mancera fragrances that I have and have smelled, these will be my top 5. Alright, so you can leave your top 5 in the comments if you're familiar with this house. If you have smelled more than 5 or you have more than 5, leave your top 5 in the comments. And of course, we can rap about it. Alright, so keep it locked. So if you're new to this channel, my name is Gerald, and on this channel we discuss everything fragrance related. So if you enjoy content like that, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to click the bell so you'll be notified every time I put out a new video. And while you're at it, guys, hit that like button, Really appreciate it. Thank you in advance. It helps out the channel. Alright, so let's get into these top 5 Mancera fragrances. Again, if you're not familiar with this house, this is a niche house, but what we call a niche house, meaning this is a brand, a perfume brand, a fragrance brand that only creates perfume, right? They don't create anything else, handbags, shoes, clothing, none of that. Strictly perfume. And this house, I believe, was launched in 2008, right? So it's still fairly new, but it is a very good niche house, especially if you're accustomed to designer fragrances and you want to transition over into, you know, a little more expensive stuff, a little more creative, challenging, artistic. You just want to explore what is out there apart from, you know, your popular trending designer fragrances, right? This is a house, a very good house to start with. This is one of the houses that a lot of YouTubers would recommend that you start off your niche journey with, right? This one, Montal, and so on, mainly because, well, for one, they are very affordable for what they offer, and they have a wide selection, right? So there's something for everybody, and also you get bang for your buck. Their offerings is like second to none in terms of what you're actually paying to get this product. All right, so it's a very, very good niche house. There are many niche houses out there, but it doesn't matter the level you are at in your journey. Once you have been in it for some time, most collectors will have some kind of Mancera fragrance in the collection. All right, so with that being said, we're going with the first one coming in at number 5. I'll be going from 5 to 1. So 1 would be what I probably say is my favorite in this house currently, but it doesn't mean that 5 isn't a favorite of mine. Right, it made the top 5 because they are all favorites. All right, so this one is a citrus, oud, and almond fragrance. So some of you already know where I'm going with this one. This one is Mancera Oud Lemon Mint. This is a beautiful fragrance. What you're gonna get here, you're not gonna get any mint, by the way, right? It has mint in the name, but there's no mint in the note lineup, at least from what is listed and from what you can smell. You don't really smell any mint in this, but that's the name they came up with. So this one has lemon, oud, almond, and vanilla as some of the main notes in here. And yeah, this one is amazing. The first time I smelled this fragrance was actually from Marvin Leach. Big up yourself. One time I got a decant from him, and I was blown away. And I told myself I have to get a bottle. All right, so Ricardo, yeah man, big up yourself. One time hooked me up with this bottle, and I haven't looked back since. It's an amazing scent. This one leans more on the fresher side, so you get a lot of that almond there, you get a lot of the citrus on the top, and it dries down to just a nice, pleasant fragrance. Get a little woods in the base. It performs well. That's one thing I forgot to mention. The performance with Mancera fragrances are amazing. Right, at least most of them, not all of them, and most of them, the performance is second to none. The oil concentrations are very high as well, and you can see it from when you spray it on your hand and so on. All right, so this one again is no exception. It performs well. Again, but you rock this one more in the daytime because it has that freshness. It has that nice invigorating citrus vibe on the top. I've gotten compliments with this fragrance. People love how it smells. So it checks all the boxes, but it's really, really a good fragrance. If you're wondering what this smells like, if you have smelled Guerlain L'Homme Ideal, the original one, it's slightly similar to this, but that one kind of goes in a different direction when it starts to dry down. But generally, they kind of fall in the same category in terms of scent profile. But again, citrus, almond. Let me also mention that all Mancera fragrances are unisex. It can be worn by both male and female, so keep that in mind. So this one is coming at number 5, Oud Lemon Mint. Never check it out. Get your nose on it. I don't think you'll be disappointed, right? So that's number 5. Coming at number 4, we have a fragrance that leans more on the fresh, spicy, citrus, vanilla, slightly vanilla side. And this one had to be in the list if any of you guys follow me at all. And this one is Mancera Gold Prestigium. This is a fragrance that I believe a lot of people sleep on, but trust me, this fragrance is amazing. All right, so you're gonna get some pepper on the top with some citruses. You're gonna get a rose, a nice rose in the center. You're gonna get a little bit of vanilla in the dry down. But for me, this is mainly like the rose shines in this fragrance for me. And again, this is another one that women love to smell and love to wear themselves. I always say my mom don't usually compliment me on fragrances, but I remember I wore this at time and she was like, "Whoa, what you have on there?" I love how that smells. I'm like, really? Okay. I was kind of shocked to get a compliment from her though. But she was so curious to find out what this was. I say, yeah, don't worry yourself, don't worry yourself. I will let you know in that time, right? Just joking, but yeah, a lot of people like this. It's just that it's kind of a little under the radar. Delhi, big up yourself. I know you got this one recently. Let me know how you're enjoying it. But yeah, this is a really, really good fragrance. And this one has a kind of champagne vibe. I don't know, for me, a kind of cooler champagne vibe is just sparkling. Like the scent just reminds me of that. As you can see from the color of the juice and so on, it just has like a kind of sparkly vibe to it. To me, right? Everybody may not think so, but I don't really wear it that often anymore because I'm trying to save the juice now. But anyway, number 4, Gold Prestigium. You never checked this one out before. I admonish you to get your nose on this, all right? Yeah. All right, coming in at number 3, we have a woody, citrus, fruity fragrance. Most of you all would know this one, right? Even if you're not into niche, everyone knows this fragrance here. And it's at number 3 today. Really, really good fragrance. We have Mancera Cedrat Boise, sorry. Yeah, it's like probably the most popular fragrance from this house. And this one is lemon, blackcurrant, fruits, and vanilla mainly. Right, there are other notes in here, of course, but that's what you're gonna get here. And yeah. It reminds people of Creed Aventus. But this is totally different to me, right? This is way more, for me, more artistic. It's more interesting than the Creed Aventus. It has different layers, right? But you're gonna get a lot of the fruits here, a lot of that black currant, a lot of the citruses, and a little vanilla in the dry down. It's very woody as well. This fragrance is a boss fragrance. Again, most of you would know this because it's really hyped and so on. The intense version came out, but for me, I compare them. Randy compared them with me as well, and we prefer this one, the original one. It's just a classic. It's timeless, all right? Chasing by Chasing. I know Chasing love this one as well. So usually if you're now transitioning into niche, into Mancera, this is one of the first ones people are going to recommend to you. And I agree. Yeah, this is a good one to go with. It's a lovely fragrance, performs well, smells great. Get your nose on it if you haven't already, right? So Cedrat Boise. Coming in at number 2, we have a fruity, powdery, sweet fragrance. Some of you all may know what I'm talking about already, but I love this fragrance. Guys, I love this fragrance. This is Jardin Exclusive, right? Jardin Exclusive from the house of Mancera. Yeah, lovely fragrance. So what you're gonna get here, guys, a nice fruity, unique pear notes. You're gonna get a little sweetness from the caramel. You're gonna get some rose in here, and you're gonna get some vanilla in the dry down. Of course, integrating with everything else, but that's the main things that I pick out in this one, right? You see how most of the other bottles halfway empty. I've used a lot of juice in those. I'm really trying to save this one. As I mentioned that, again, if I didn't mention it before, these fragrances come in a 120 ml bottle. So you're getting 20 ml extra for what you're paying, guys. That's another great thing about this house. They are not stingy. Fill their 120 ml bottles right up. All right, so yeah, this one, yeah, very unisex, right? Both male, female can wear this one, and it smells great on either. It's really lovely. It smells so good. I'm trying to figure out a way to describe this fragrance, if I'm being honest. Yeah, it just pops at you. I remember, yeah, Mark Isaacs too, bro. Mark, I know you're enjoying this one as well. And then I was wearing this and he picked it up and I was like, bro, what you have on? Whatever it is, I want it, I need it. It's like, all right, bro, don't worry. We go sort it out. But yeah, it smells great in the air. And people just love the smell of it. It's similar to the usual of Herba Pura. But yeah, this one, again, it's still unique in its own way. And I love it. So this is coming in at number 2 today. Jardin Exclusive, really great fragrance. All right, so that's number 2. Alright, so we're down to number one, guys. What could number one be? If you're paying attention, you're gonna notice one of these Mancera fragrances I haven't talked about yet, but it has to be in the list, right? It has to be in the list. What could that be? Right? This is a warm, spicy, woody, sweet tobacco fragrance. And this one is Mancera Red Tobacco, guys. Red Tobacco. This is coming out number one because I think this fragrance is a masterpiece. This is, to me, from all I've smelled thus far, I think they have like 85 fragrances in the collection, but from all I smelled thus far, I put this one at the top. This is so different from the others. It just stands alone to me. It's an excellent fragrance. Well done. Père Montal, which is the perfumer for the house, the only perfumer for that house. But this here is real good juice, right? And yeah, well, thanks to Randy, he introduced me to this one some years ago. I was like, whoa, I need to get that, bro. I need to get that. Right, so this is red tobacco. So as the name implies, tobacco. So we have tobacco in here, we have oud in here, we have saffron, and we have some patchouli in here as well. This fragrance has some really interesting notes, and let me tell you one time, if you don't know and you just spray this on and put your hand to your nose or something like that. No, this is one of those fragrances that needs to settle to really experience the beauty of this fragrance. So you spray this on, you're not going to get the beauty immediately, right? It has to settle, it has to dry down. All right, so if you have this one, or if you're interested in purchasing this one, please spray this one on like half an hour before you leave to go wherever. Please, because it's very, very, very potent. It's very strong. This is what you call a beast mode fragrance, by the way, guys. This is completely beast mode, and it has a lot going on in the opening, so it's gonna turn some people off if you spray this on. Like, you spray it on now, and a minute later you're going in somebody's space. It's gonna give them a headache. It's gonna, it's not gonna do well for them and for you. So give this one time, but the dry down is just beautiful. All right, I've gotten a lot of compliments with this fragrance in the dry down, right? Yeah, I literally had a lady who literally ran me down to find out what is that I was wearing. And it's this fragrance. Of course she didn't know what it was, right? When I told her what it was, she didn't know what it was. All she knew that it was smelling amazing. Right, and she liked it. So red tobacco, again, the best fragrance for me from this house. Everybody top 5 would be different, but this is, for me, this is a masterpiece. Don't start with this one if you're now introducing yourself to the house. Please don't start with this fragrance. Start with like the Cedrat Boisé, etc. But this one is for like the guys with a little more developed nose will be able to appreciate this one. It's going to be too potent and too strong if you're now joining the Mancera club, right? So save this one for a little later down the road. All right, but yeah, that's my top 5 Mancera fragrances. Again, most of their fragrances, as a matter of fact, all of the fragrances I've smelled from this house, they smell great. They smell great, right? But of course, I would have my top 5. So this is mine. Let me know your top 5 in the comments, guys. Really, really looking forward to this. This is interesting. I know Jerome J. Achigo, I know you're a Mancera man. You have to let me know your top 5. I'm really, really looking forward to that. So Jerome, big up yourself. Of course, all these fragrances you can get at our online IG store, Men's Fragrance and Fashion Exclusive outlet. Check us out there. Get yourself a bottle. Alright, but yeah, really enjoy this video, guys. I hope you did as well. If you did, drop a like and also share the video with someone else if you know they may be interested in something like this. That's it for today. So you know how we do it. Stay fresh, smell your best, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Alright, I'm out. Take care. Peace.